What's going on, ladies and gents? It's your guy here, Chris, back at you with another episode of You Know What It Is. Come on, say it with me. Making it happen Mondays. We back at it again, y'all. Appreciate y'all for joining me for another episode. But before I begin, as I always like to say, please subscribe to the channel, like the videos, and bam, smash that notification bell for me. So you know when I upload videos and other content to my channel as well. So let's get into it. So we all know for the last year or so, almost year, close to a year, we've been dealing with this coronavirus. So now it's been more time that we have spent home, we have spent on our cell phones, we have spent on a computer. So therefore, we need a cleanse. We need spring cleaning. So, you know, spring is not too far away. And it's time, that's when everybody wants to, you know, massively clean a house and massively clean their cars or whatever the case is. But the one thing that we really don't do is we do not cleanse our mind, our body, and our spirit. We don't do that enough. And we should, because, well, I'll get into it in the video, but you know, it's probably been hard on a lot of people, whether it's parents, grandparents, kids. Things have been stressful for a lot of us, and we really don't have that outlet that we may have used to have, because a lot of things are closing down, a lot of things are closed. So, you know, it's kind of hard to make it happen. But on Making It Happen Mondays, I'm gonna try to do everything I can to keep you energized, to keep you self-aware of what you're doing. And you know, as the weeks go on, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start breaking down parts of my book, the different chapters, the different things that I have in my book, the reason why I did my book. So yeah, and those who have purchased my book through Amazon or directly through myself, I want to personally thank you for your support. And even if you haven't bought a book, you've liked the post that I put on Instagram, and my Instagram is CR_Timberlake. And if you like the post, you share the post, you know, you supported me by purchasing a book or some merchandise, as you can see I have right here. Yeah, I just want to say thank you. I know times are rough, but you know, you're spending your hard-earned money with me, and I deeply and truly appreciate it. So I thank you. So let's get into it. As I was saying, you gotta have a spring cleaning. Some way, somehow, you gotta have a spring cleaning for your mind, body, and soul. You have to, because like I said, we clean our houses, we replenish our refrigerator, we do certain things that are necessities. However, what we do forget is to clean this, our mind, our body, and our spirit. That's what we forget to do. But today, this video is not going to be super long, but it's spring cleaning your mind and spirit. I forgot to add body in there, but I'll jump into that. I'm pretty good with that. Like I said before, if you don't know why I have this up, for me to stay on course, because sometimes I have a tendency of just starting here and then I just zoom off, starting here, zoom off. So it's just for me to keep on task. So spring cleaning for your mind and spirit. That mental cleanse that we need, finding better focus. So we have to find activities that will take us away from stressors, anxiety, and distractions. Because a lot of times we already know anxiety can cause a lot of internal issues. I'm not even going to say internal issues. I take that back. I'm just going to say internal discomfort. Meaning you get anxious when you start doing things and you can't complete that task that you want to do. And that anxiety, those stressors, those distractions, they all tie in together. Like, no matter how you look at it, they all tie in together. So the fact that they tie in together that's why you have to find a better focus, because if you find a better focus, it'll take your mind off of the stressors, the anxiety, and the distractions that we have on an everyday basis. And I know sometimes we try to do certain things, but we can't for whatever reason. But then at that time, we have to try a little bit harder. That's it. I always tell my son, if you can't get something when you're doing it, just try a little bit harder. And if you don't know, ask questions. That's one thing my mom always told me too. If you don't know, ask questions. Shout out to you, Mom. Love you. All right, so Back to this. Finding a better focus. It could be stretching, breathing, exercise, and this is a big one. Taking a break from electronic devices. And I spelled electronic wrong. Don't laugh at me for that, y'all. Don't laugh. But yes, we have to take a break. I, me on the verge of becoming something else. I can't speak on that right now. As time gets closer, I'll start to reveal certain things. However, when I talk to certain people about, they may call me and say, "Hey, how do you go to sleep at night, or how do you get a restful night's sleep?" And the biggest thing I ask is, how long before you get into bed do you get off of social media? Do you get off your phone? How much time do you spend actually either laying in a bed in complete silence, or laying in the bed listening to like jazz, or listening to nature and things like that? When was the last time you did that? Not even the last time, I'm sorry. Do you do that before you go to bed? And how soon before you go to bed do you get off your electronic devices? So, a lot of times, that's the main question, because our mind is being fed when we're looking at social media. Our minds are being fed. Our minds are doing a lot of different things. So, our brain is running a mile a minute. So, we're trying to, all right, it's time for me to calm down so I can go to sleep and get up and ready to go to work tomorrow, or, what have you. But at the end of the day, you're not getting the proper rest because you're on electronic devices. So we have to get better with that. And I know for myself, that's something that I struggle with at times, because it's like I want to always give information, but I know I need to replenish myself. So that's the main thing about the mental cleanse, is just having your mind clear. Even going exercising, that can clear your head. That can allow you time to, while you're working out, you're doing your push-ups, you're doing your bench press, or whatever the case is. You have time to clear your head, to think about things, to slow your mind down a little bit, to focus on the things that you need to focus on. And that's one thing that we also have to try to do, is slow our minds down from the different tasks that we come across every single day. It doesn't matter what type of job you have, what type of business you have, you're always going to encounter certain things every day. It might be the same thing, it might not be the same thing, but you're going to encounter that. So stretching helps. Stretching and breathing at the same time, because when you stretch, you want to focus on your breathing. When you do yoga, you want to focus on your breathing, So that will in turn take your mind off of whatever you may be dealing with right now at that particular moment. Your mind can go free. So again, stretching, breathing, exercise, take a break from electronic devices. That's for that mental cleanse. For your spiritual cleanse, that can get a lot deeper, because not having a clear mind, your spirit won't be clear either. So with that, same thing from a mental cleanse, spiritual cleanse. Try a digital detox. Your phone is not the only thing that needs recharging. Ooh, that's a good one. I'm gonna post that on Instagram at some point, but I got it. Your phone is not the only thing that needs recharging. That's very important. We get mentally drained, we get physically drained. Those are the two things that we need to replenish, we need to recharge. Because at the end of the day, if you're not 100% up here, you're not going to be 100% here either. Number 2, keep a gratitude journal. And when you keep a gratitude journal, that you're writing down, you're physically seeing it, you're physically writing down what it is that you are grateful for. It could be grateful for getting through the day. It could be grateful for getting a promotion. It could be grateful for meeting a person on the street that's changed your life. It could be somebody that you meet on the street that could change your life some way, somehow. So, you have to be right up here, and you have to be right here. So that's a big thing. Also, again, like I was saying, a gratitude journal. Write down, physically see what you're grateful for, what you're thankful for. And a gratitude journal should not only be used during Thanksgiving. That's not the only time for being thankful. You should be thankful for every day. Like, you should be thankful for every minute. You walk into your house, I say thank you. Every time I walk in, I say thank you because this can be taken away from you at any point, given moment, waking, whatever you want to call it. It can be taken away. So therefore, I'm thankful for it. Last but not least, practice mindfulness, self-compassion, and avoid multitasking. How many of us have a peaceful mind right now? I really want to know that. And I would like for you to comment below and tell me, when was the last time you had peace of mind? Not just for a little bit, but like you literally had a peace of mind where you could sit, reflect, and do all the things that you need to do for you. Self-compassion and avoid multitasking. When you avoid multitasking, you avoid a headache. And I'm just going to say it. I learned from my pastor about 2 years ago from having a conversation. I'm not a multitasker. People say, oh, I can multitask, I can do this, I can do that. But dig this. When you multitask, you cannot give anything your full attention. I'm just going to say this. You could do this from 8 to 10. Then you can do this from 12 to 4. But what you're not doing, you're not multitasking. You're taking time out to strictly focus on one thing at a time. Yes, we do have multiple things to do per day. I get it. I understand it. However, when are you going to devote 100% to one thing instead of giving 20 here, 80 here, 50 here, 50 there? When are you going to start focusing and putting that 100% in on doing what you want to do and doing the task at hand instead of going back and forth, wavering back and forth? We got to get it together, y'all. Include myself. And when I talk to y'all, I'm not talking because, I'm perfect. I'm not perfect. I don't never want to be perfect. However, at the end of the day, I'm working right along with y'all. I'm learning right along with y'all. So it's not like I'm not practicing what I'm preaching, as they say. So again, today we're talking about spring cleaning, your mind and your spirit, that mental cleanse, finding better focus for that mental cleanse. And with that, activities to avoid stressors, anxiety, and distractions. Stretching, breathing, exercise. Even if you play video games, that's okay. Play video games, get your mind clear, relax. That could relax you and you start to progress in your day or in your night doing the things that you need to do. And also, big one, taking a break from electronic devices, iPad, tablets, Androids, iPhones, all of that. Take a break from it. Spiritual cleanse, try a digital detox. Same as the mental cleanse. Your phone is not the only thing that needs recharging. Again, I'm going to say that. Your phone is not the only thing that needs recharging. Recharge yourself. I'm talking to you in the front row, you in the middle section, and you way, way, way in the back. I'm talking to everybody. I'm not just talking to one specific person. I'm talking to front row, second row, middle, all the way in the back. I'm talking to everybody. So, and another thing, keep a gratitude journal. Keep a journal of the things that you're thankful for, and you'll be surprised at what you come up with when you physically write things down. Practice mindfulness, peace of mind, self-compassion, and avoid multitasking. Those are the things, but one last thing. The last 2 weeks, I've been coming up with big bucks at the end. With these stars, I've been coming up with big bucks, y'all. Big bucks right here. Your mind, body, and soul also get fatigued. Think about that. Think about the last time you were fully recharged. Think about the last time you were fully depleted, mind, body, and soul. What did you feel like? Do you want to feel that feeling again? I'm pretty sure you probably don't, because I know I don't want to. We're going to, because of the life we live now and the hustle and bustle that we have every single day. But your mind, body, and soul get fatigued. So let's recharge ourselves. Let's recharge ourselves in a way where we feel better. And this spring cleaning, it should not be just in the springtime. You should be doing your spring cleaning the first quarter of the year, the second quarter of the year, the third quarter of the year, and the last quarter of the year. You should be doing a mental cleanse and a spiritual cleanse. That's all I got for y'all this week. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Making It Happy Mondays. We'll be back at it again, y'all. And as I always say, speak to your vision. Peace.